Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of this Japanese lesson series. By the end of this video, you will get to know the different types of Japanese alphabets. We'll do some exercise to practice those alphabets for better learning experience. So, let's start the lesson. Japanese has three writing types: Hiragana, Katakana, and Kanji. Let's have a brief introduction on them before we go on to learning the alphabet. The first one is Hiragana. It represents all the syllables, i.e. all the sounds in the language, which means you can write any Japanese word using Hiragana alone. It has a set of 46 letters, and these are some of the examples. Okay, that's it for Hiragana. On to the next one, Katakana. Katakana is the same as Hiragana except for how they are being written and how they are being used. It is being used to write foreign words, while Hiragana is being used to write Japanese native words. Last but not least, Kanji. On the other hand, Kanji is different from the other two. They are being used to convey the precise meaning of a word. What does it mean by that? Let's look at an example to explain this. The blue word written in Hiragana pronounced as hashi. It has at least two meanings, bridge and chopsticks. Now let's say we encounter the word hashi in a text. How would we know which one is which? This is where kanji can help us by having two different kanjis to help us differentiate between those two. Now bear in mind, we can always get the meaning from the context, but on top of that, having kanji really helps us with comprehension. Or maybe you can think of kanji as hiragana or katakana on steroid, if that makes sense to you. A little bit of history: kanji was originally taken from the Chinese. The Japanese took the kanji and simplified them, and then we get the kanji nowadays. It is said that almost 50,000 kanjis were registered in the Japanese language, but knowing only 2,000 of them, more or less, is sufficient to read their text. There you have it, a brief introduction on the three types of Japanese writing system. So, how are they actually being used? As always, let's look at an example. This is a normal Japanese text and is read as Watashi wa chocolate ga suki desu, which translates to I like chocolate. As you can see, they are being color coded, showing that every types are being used simultaneously in a text, and that is perfectly normal. Okay, that's it for our brief introduction. Without further ado, we'll go and learn them from top to bottom, which is hiragana, katakana, and lastly kanji. This is a hiragana chart. Each row represents vowels while each column represents consonants in the language. The vowels are a, I, U, E, O, while the consonants are K, S, T, and so on. We will first learn the first two columns. These are the letters of the first columns. They are pronounced as a, I, U, E, O. The first letter, A. This is how you write them. It is pronounced as A, as in car. The next one is E. It is pronounced as E, as in tree. The next one is U, pronounced as U as in blue. The next one is E, pronounced as E as in enjoy or amber. The last one on the first row is O. O as in old. There you have it, our first column of the Hiragana chart. Let's try to read our first few Japanese words using just the hiraganas that we just learned. Give yourself 3 seconds to try and read it. These letters are pronounced as R and E. Together they make the sound I, which means love. On to the next one. Give yourself 3 seconds to try and recognize the letters. This one is R and O. Together they are pronounced as owl, which means blue. On to the last one. Again, 3 seconds, try it for yourself. This is the letter U and E, and they are read as ue, which means above. Let's look at the next column of the hiragana chart. This is the consonant K column, and they are read as ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. Without further ado, the first letter is ka. It is pronounced as ka as in car. This one is ki. It's pronounced as ki as in key. Next is ku. It's pronounced as ku as in Vancouver. Next is ke. It's pronounced as ke as in kettle. The last one is ko. It's pronounced as ko as in course. There we have it, the second column of the hiragana chart. Ka, ki, ku, ke, and ko. Using all the hiraganas that we have just learned, let's try a simple quiz. As always, give yourself 3 seconds to try reading this. This is the letter ka and ki. Together they are read as kaki, which means oyster. Another 3 seconds for you to try. This is the letter E and K. Together they are read as ike, which is pond. Our last try for this session. This is the letter ko and e. Together it is koe, which means voice. Congratulations, you just learned 10 Japanese letters in this session. Now, a simple practice for you to do before we end this session. Now I want you to try and leave your answers in the comment section below. I will give you my feedback if you want my feedback. So this gonna be the end of our first session, our first lesson. We're going to look at the rest of the letters on our next video. If you enjoy the video or it benefits you somehow, please follow and subscribe as it helps grow the channel. Thank you. See you in the next one.